Hey, what's going on, guys? So I want to make a separate video on this bag here. All right, this is a Roaring Fire Armadillo Mini. All right, I was so impressed with the first Roaring Fire Armadillo, which is a slightly larger bag, a storage bag, that I really wanted to try out the smaller one. All right, this one comes in a couple different colors. They're all like two-tone colors. There's a brown, a green, and this kind of khaki type color. They're just really awesome bags. Now, I recently showed you, right now they're housing some PM2 knives, but I have some future plans for this. But first I just want to go over, what the bag actually consists of. All right, there's a shoulder strap. This is adjustable and of course removable. You don't have to use a shoulder strap. I have not yet, although when these things do get heavy, it's nice to have the option, especially if you want to go hands-free. If you're carrying a bunch of stuff from your car or something like that. So there's a nice little carry handle on the top, all right, which is reinforced, and there's a lot of cushion here as well. This whole thing is like a canvas material, and it's treated with some kind of stuff that makes it water repellent. All right, so it's obviously not waterproof. There's open sides and stuff, so water will get in there if you drop it in like a pond, let's say. But if you're walking around in the rain or something, it's drizzling, or even if it's pouring, it's going to bead off of this as opposed to, soak up and maybe, get your tools wet, which could, of course, create some kind of rust or something in the future. So there's two simple straps on it. All right, pop the straps. Of course, those are adjustable as well. Now, I have this folded in threes. All right, kind of like well, I don't know, something folded in threes, I suppose. I was gonna say burrito, but burritos aren't folded like that. But anyway, but obviously, once you load this up, if you have more things in here, like I found that, because I've used this for a couple different things so far, but the more stuff you have, the more of a chance you end up rolling it. So it's more like, cylindrical as opposed to, folded. In this case, with just a couple things on one side, it's very easy to fold and it stores nice and flat. But if you load this thing out, it will be more of like a roll as opposed to, folded. All right, so we have a protective flap on top. All right, so when we are rolling this up, your tools aren't touching each other, which is nice. So you lift your flap up. You can see that there are 8 pockets. These do range in size. Now, obviously, I have all the same exact size knife in them. But if you notice, like this pocket here is snug as opposed to this pocket, which is larger. Okay, so these pocket sizes do progressively get smaller all the way to the end here. Okay, this is the smallest pocket. So like if I get another PM2, I could probably fit it in here. All right, which works fine. But this last pocket is way too small. All right, so for my purposes here, I'll have to swap this to a different storage case once I get, an extra 2 PM2s. So you can see that there's a step down in this, the pockets here. There's also 12 elastic loops, and the same thing, they do progressively get smaller. One thing I did notice is this top one here, because of the stitching that's on the outside here, all right, this one is enclosed, okay, and part of the second one here. All right, it's not a huge deal, but just as a reference, you're not gonna be able to go all the way through all of them on the very end. You just have basically like a half thing here, which I think that was, I don't know if that's like a overlook on the design. Maybe it was supposed to be over more, I don't really know, but just for reference, this is over the top here. It's the only thing I don't like about the bag, which again is not a huge deal. In this case, I'm not even using the elastics for now. Now, if you have longer tools, obviously you can go in the pocket, like, screwdrivers or something, or long wrenches. You could put the heads in the pocket and then have those handles go back, through the elastic loops for just more stability, or you could put a bunch of smaller things in here. Now, if you saw my video on the larger Roaring Fire pouch or bag, that's exactly what I did. I have a bunch of multi-tools on both sides, and then the elastic loops, I have smaller multi-tools. All right, I'm still using that bag for that purpose. Then on the very end, you have a large zipper pocket. All right, this is a YKK zipper, which is very nice, very large pocket. Now, right now, as you can see, obviously I have my my knives in here, but I would really like to use this for a car tool bag. All right, now I have a bunch of stuff in my car, and if you're watching the update videos and stuff, unfortunately, I'm going to be selling my car and probably moving into something else. But in the future, I'm going to reassess the whole car situation and my bag, my Bob bag, because I carry a ton of gear in my vehicles at all times. It's totally unnecessary, like completely unnecessary. It's a lot of extra weight. It's a lot of double and triple and quadruple of the same things, okay? Backups to backups to backups, right? Totally unnecessary. I do want to really focus in on what I'm actually going to need. If something bad happens, I don't need to make a fire on the side of the road necessarily. It's not a bad idea to have a lighter in there just in case, stuff like that. But you know, I don't need like wilderness survival crap in my car bag, okay? But like what I'd like to do in the future is use this for some basic tools. Obviously get a nice flashlight. I have a nice flashlight head pack that has a power bank. Maybe integrate that into this somehow, because I do like the idea, you know, hands-free for car repair or something. You know, roadside assistance, you know, type scenarios. But I like this pocket on the side here because this is great for work gloves. Okay, that's how I envision me using this in the future. Get a nice pair. I actually have two pairs of work gloves. One is just, you know, regular, you know, summertime type work gloves, and the other one's leather that's insulated, but they're specifically for, you know, working. Obviously it's winter right now, so that'd be a great thing to have in the winter. And of course I can swap out in the summertime with the, you know, lighter gloves that don't have the insulation. But that just seems like a nice little pocket for that. You know, your imagination can bring you anywhere with stuff like this. You can load this out any way you'd possibly need to for your personal needs. Most people probably wouldn't think of this as a knife storage case. This is a tool bag or tool roll for all intent purposes. But hey, these are tools, and some of the coolest tools, right? So anyway, yeah, I mean, I've been enjoying it so far. These sell for 40 bucks. I think they're totally worth it if you have a purpose for it. Now, if you just want to get one because they're cool, that tends to happen. You know, maybe you could save 40 bucks and just pass it up. But if you do actually have a need for something like this, maybe in your professional business, or again, you know, you want to have like a nice tool bag for the car, which is again what this is going to eventually end up as, it's totally worth it. Very, very nice quality. I'm actually really surprised. I mean, this is just as nice as the first one. It's just a different setup. The first one might work for you even better. Just kind of depends. Now, I forgot to mention this before, but on the outside you can see there is Velcro on both sides. That's nice for, you know, different types of patches. If you wanted to make this, let's say, I don't know, a medical kit, you know, maybe this layout is nice for what you want for your medical kit. You could throw on your medical badges there. Maybe if you have multiple of these, you can use name tapes and actually, you know, customize what is inside. Maybe one says tools, maybe one says, you know, flashlights, who knows what. But you can, you know, have the option to throw on different types of, you know, patches to maybe identify these if you do have multiple bags. Or just for quick reference in case there's an emergency or something, you have to get to it. But yeah, I mean, I just think they're really cool. Roaring Fire's definitely hitting a home run with these tool bags, and I like the mini just as much as I like the full size. So I wanted to let you guys know about that. But again, right now it's just housing some knives, but the future for this is definitely going to be some kind of tool bag for my vehicle. I just like, you know, kind of the compact size. I will keep the strap on here, and that's something else too, which I do a lot with my larger bags, is if you're not using the shoulder strap, I would take it off and I would put it on the bottom of the pouch that's on the inside here, so it's always with the bag. Because what sometimes happens, not all the times, but sometimes you'll take a shoulder strap off a bag thinking, I'm not going to use that. And then, you know, I've done this personally, and then you're out and about or whatever, and you're holding it, and you're like, man, this thing's heavy. It'd be nice to have a shoulder strap. Yeah, that's why it was designed that way. So in all my bags, if it comes with a shoulder strap and I'm not currently using it, I take it off and I put it inside the actual bag. So I have it available at all times in case I change my mind, which sometimes you do. So anyway, that's all. That's the Roaring Fire Armadillo Mini. Definitely worth checking out. If you guys already have these bags, let me know down in the comment section what you use yours for. Because again, these can be used for a million different things, but I think it's kind of purpose-built to be a tool bag. And of course, extra helpful if you happen to be in the trade, if you're a plumber, carpenter, electrician, whatever, and you have specific tools that you may need on the job all the time. It's just great to have that close by in a very good, you know, sturdy bag. So that's it for now. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.